breaking down the deals, data, and disruption shaping global markets. You're listening to The Daily Ledger with Dennis Sert.
Hey folks, it is January. Yeah, of course it's January. It is Monday, January 26th, 2026. You're listening to The Daily Ledger Show. I'm your host, Dennis Sert. Great to be here with you today. I hope you had a great weekend. I certainly had a great weekend. It's very nice and sunny here in Jacksonville. I know the rest of the U.S., sort of the Sun Belt, starting from Boston, kind of going to St. Louis, is a little bit chilly right now. But yeah, guess it sucks to suck. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. All right, we got some good stories to talk about today. TikTok strikes deal for new U.S. entity. We're going to talk a little bit more about that than we did last week. The this AI tool is going viral. I wonder what AI tool we're talking about. Of course, we're talking about Claude Code. I have some thoughts about that. SEC drops case against cryptocurrency firm founded by the Winklevoss twins. Oh my God. I have a little bit to say about that. China trains AI-controlled weapons from learning from hawks, coyotes. Apple will reportedly unveil its Gemini-powered Siri assistant in February. Oh. Google says it's fixed Gmail issues with spam and misclassification. You probably know what I'm going to say about that. All right. Let's talk about a little bit of the markets. The Dow Jones is up 0.39%. The NASDAQ is up 0.09%. The S&P 500 is up 0.38%. And Bitcoin is down 0.72%, down to 87,914. What's going on with Bitcoin? The hell? What the hell? Before we get into today's news, make sure to download Byte AI Market Analysis off the App Store. It's a financial co-pilot on the iOS that tells you when you should enter and exit the market for every single one of your stocks in your portfolio. It does it based off of technical indicators like the Bollinger Bands, RSI curve, and MACD/signal curve, as well as news sentiment. So make sure to download that. I use it as a day trading tool because each of these analyses refreshes every half hour or so. And of course, it's not by AI is not a financial advisor, and neither am I. And past success does not guarantee future results. However, it's a great tool. I use it every morning, and you should too. So go ahead and download that off the App Store. Okay, let's get into our first story. TikTok strikes deal for new U.S. entity, ending long legal saga. So the TLDR is that in the new TikTok deal, there's a new U.S. venture called TikTok USDS Joint Venture LLC. Very creative company name. At least mine's cool, like Byte Secretary, right? Anyways, and so Oracle owns 15% of that U.S. entity for which TikTok is going to be distributed from in the U.S. And yeah, and then of course, ByteDance, right? The sort of Chinese owner of TikTok, just globally, owns 19.9%, so 20%. And then Oracle owns 15%, and then everybody else owns the rest. And yeah. So those are the important things to know. The last important thing to know is that Oracle has the sort of For You page algorithm, and they can change it. So those are also a couple things to know about this deal. And so I was kind of reading through CNN's rendition. Yeah, I know. But yes, I guess I was reading their headline on this, by the way, all the way from September 22nd. So this is a little bit dated, but it's okay. About 3 or 4 months ago. And so they're talking about, I guess, how the deal was in progress. And what was really funny to me was this little snippet here. The new ownership group will control the algorithm only for US users, again raising the question about whether American users will have to download a new separate app after the deal is completed. Let me explain something to you, and I'm you the boomer, okay? Because that is so clearly who wrote this. Like, when somebody reaches your website, if it's a savvy person, i.e., if it's basically if it's any big tech company or little tech company or really any website that isn't just a fucking amateur, it will have product analytics up the wazoo. So what does that mean? It means that when you, as a user or as a site visitor, enter the site, especially on your mobile phone, but really just on any desktop or any laptop, any device, they can capture your IP address, your device physical ID. Yes, physical ID, right? So that kind of throws away the uh, notion of VPNs, right? Which just mask your IP. And then your geolocation. So that would be your latitude and longitude. Yeah, as well as other identifiers. Okay. And these can be collected and are collected, and so that companies can do like what's called A/B testing, as well as just storing this information, maybe selling it, right, just through like sort of backroom stuff, and like Cambridge Analytica, but that's from 2017, but like modern versions of that. But what you can do with that is do what's called like A/B testing, where you like let's say working on a new feature and you want to only deploy it for like a small percentage of your user base, let's say like 15%, then you would use that information to be able to deploy stuff like that. So that's kind of how it works, kind of behind the scenes. And it's just so funny because like the idea of American users having to download a new separate app. It's kind of like it's so obviously boomer. Like it's kind of like how at the end of Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, they should have just killed Tom Cruise off, by the way. Why did they like just fucking, they're all like money grubbers, you know what I mean? Like just kill off the character. It's okay. It's okay to kill off your characters, people. Like what's up? Like no one can tell a good story anymore because like, oh, we might revive it later. Fuck you. No, I don't want to watch it. Anyways, but it's like, yeah, at the end of Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, spoiler alert, they the whole plan, by the way, the whole premise of the movie is capturing the AI into a USB stick. It's kind of like saying I'm going to capture the whole internet into a USB stick. It's like only a boomer could think of something that stupid. And it's the same thing here. It's like, oh man, American users might have to download a new separate app. It's like because it's like it's CNN trying to grasp at straws, like, oh, look how bad the Trump administration is. They might make you download a new app. It's like they're completely wrong on that, by the way. But it's like they're so desperate to just like pin anything on the administration that's like, oh, like they'll just like pull this like extremely amateurish rookie move. Like it's like they really revealed their hand with just how incompetent they are. It's like, oh, I can't stand boomers, man. It's just like, don't get involved in tech, bro. Just like do your thing. Just stick with your investments and just do your little stock trading and stuff. Don't get involved in like trying to influence the masses and like trying to be hip and like get involved in like TikTok and all that. It's like no, just don't get involved in modern stuff, okay? This AI tool is going viral. 5 ways people are using it. Okay. So like so for the past like week or 2 weeks, Claude Code has been really making the rounds. Everyone's talking about it. I don't want to name names, but it's like big people are talking about it on X. This is like the 5th article I've seen on either New York Times or Wall Street Journal talking about it. Everybody's talking about, oh my God, Claude Code. So it's like, okay, so I downloaded it, right? And it's like, it didn't even work. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, it's probably because my computer's from 2021. I'm sure if I got a new computer, which I'm not going to do, if I was to get a new computer, I'm sure it'd be fine or whatever. For whatever reason, it didn't download correctly on my computer. And what happened was it just hung there. In fact, I'm actually just going to show you. I wasn't planning on doing it. That's why I didn't have it up. But I'm actually so angry about this. It's like, I have it right here. So this is what happened. Just, because I want to show you the receipts, right? Basically, the way you download Claude Code is you basically install. I'm not gonna get into it, but like you have to install what's called an SH file, which is just a list of commands. So that's what I was doing, and it just hung right here. And you could see that I was like, I started looking at the docs. I was like, I tried logging in because apparently that's what you're supposed to do. I was like, hello, and then because you're supposed to talk to it in the terminal. I couldn't get it to work, so I was like, what the hell? I tried this a few times, and I left my computer running overnight with this. It's like it's for whatever reason, it's just not working on my computer. It's like, god damn it! Like if you're gonna have like everybody talking about and hyping your product and everything Claude Code, if you're Anthropic, that it's like at least have the courtesy to make it work, for God's sakes. Anyways, I got it to work, like, because this type of thing never stops me because I'm a fucking boss. But like, yeah, so I got it to work on like the cloud version. So I had to go on like Claude's like website and do it from I had to make it so there where I had to connect it to my GitHub. And then what it could do like PRs to my GitHub repo. So I'm doing it like that. I'm still giving it a go. But this is not okay. People will get fired for this. Fuck you. SAC drops case against cryptocurrency firm founded by Winklevoss twins. Bro, why are you still in the news? Like, it's so bad. Like, okay, you're lucky to have gotten a movie based on you, bros. Like The Social Network is what I'm talking about. It's a great movie, by the way. Jesse Eisenberg, Andrew Garfield. Hell yeah. Spider-Man, bro. But yeah, kind of weird connection. I made just completely random. I made this little like, it's not gonna play the audio because I didn't set up to do that, but basically there's a scene in Spider-Man 2 where Andrew Garfield plays that, so that's why I'm explaining this real quick. But it's like, I guess something happens in Amazing Spider-Man 2, and then the Harry Osborn character goes, "You're a fraud, Spider-Man." So I made a quick meme out of it where it's like, that's me, and then Anthropic with Claude Code's failure is like, kind of sad about that. And then of course I tagged Anthropic and I guess like the CEO and co-founder of Anthropic, because you have the power, if you know how to use it. Like, of course he's gonna see it, he might not respond or anything, but you bet your bottom dollar he's one of the people who did the ouverture de détail, right? So anyways, back to Winklevoss. Oh yeah, I was telling you about watching The Social Network. Make sure to watch it. Anyways, look, you don't win just by having the idea, right? I'm talking about the Facebook, okay? It's like, you don't win by having the idea. Ideas don't really mean anything. Everybody can have an idea. You're not going to go around dishing out equity or whatever to those people, or payouts, settlements, right? No, ideas don't mean anything, okay? It's the execution that matters. Like, Zuckerberg won fair and square. That's because he's a winner. Okay, he pulls out all the stops and he doesn't let anybody stop him, including you little pieces of shit. Okay, just because you started coming, you know how lucky you got by like suing his ass and then getting a settlement out of just having the idea and having some half-baked thing that it had no relevance to the app itself. It's like, you were so lucky because like boomers back then they had a zero. It's like the proto boomer. It's like back in like 2006, whenever, like that ballpark. I mean, imagine the lawyers are like, well, you know what? You guys had the ideas. Who cares, bro? You lost. You didn't do shit. Yeah. So it's like, you didn't even deserve a single dollar from Facebook because you didn't build it. Okay. So it's like, just like, fade away from the news, bro. I don't even want to hear about you. Okay. China trains AI controlled weapons with learning from hawks, coyotes. You know what? That's cool, right? I ain't about to like, brown nose or whatever, another competitor, like competitive nations military or whatever. But like, it's a cool idea. I'll say this. In the comments, I was like, I saw this like loser I'm not sure I'd send a hawk or a dog after a tank. It's not like, these boomers think they're so clever, don't they? It's like, I'm not sure I'd send a hawk or a tank after or a hawk or a dog after a tank. It's not actually a hawk or a tank that oh my God, a hawk or a dog that they trained. You know what I mean? It's like, don't you get that they explode? Like, that's the whole idea, right? Like, a tank is going to, be over with. And it's like in that scenario. So it's like, I go, you're so clever, bro. Like, it's not like they blow up or anything. Like, who do you think you're getting? Like, it's like, that's like, cause they think they're smart, Alex. You know what I mean? They're like, they think they're so fucking clever. It's like, wow. But I would never send a hawk or a dog after a tank. It's like, oh, really, bro? Oh my God. I never thought of that, bro. What the hell? These boomers are so smart, bro. Apple will reportedly unveil its Gemini-powered Siri assistant in February. Yawn. Okay, like we've been hearing about this forever. Your Apple Intelligence was a flop. So if you can get it up this time, then maybe we'll give our applause. Google says it's fixed Gmail issues with spam and misclassification. Well, apparently there's this incident where over the weekend, some Gmail users experienced a misclassification of emails in their inbox, delays in receiving email. Well, you know what? I could have missed something that was really important, like maybe a huge deposit or whatever, or a business deal or whatever. You know what? Fire these engineers, bro. They don't deserve employment. Fuck them, bro. Get them out of the company. Make them beg for a new job. That's what they deserve. All right. Alrighty, folks. I'm kidding. Make sure to download Byte AI. We're gonna wrap up the show to do better financial transactions on the stock market, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.